All right, so welcome back from the break. You're still watching a team review here on Metro Television. And we mentioned earlier that we've got a guest who will be joining us on the table. And our guest is not stranger to the show. He's always here. And we call him the Lion. Lion tree guy, Jata. I know it's about Jata. Jata is Lion. So AKESSE Brempong is our guest. And I remember on Sunday at Luigi's program, Pastor AKESSE Brempong.
Oh, come on.
Pastor AKESSE Brempong. Good afternoon, welcome.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Good to see you. It's always
quite
a
a calm Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Is there traffic in town?
No, not too much.
Okay, great. But good to have you on here.
Good
The
to be
last time you were here, we were talking about Bountiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's quite a while, right?
Yeah.
Okay. From Bountiful till now, you've done a lot of things.
Yes.
But how has that UK thing that you've been trying to do, getting in there, how has it been after Bountiful and all the responses, though?
I think you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's working. I think that there's so much more for contemporary gospel musicians in Ghana, in the diaspora. My team put me on a tour in November last year. Did Europe, Amsterdam, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, and then we went back to UK to crown it off. And you can literally see a spike in the appreciation of gospel music from Africa. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be the West influencing the trends of gospel music. But if you study carefully the past maybe 3-4 years, it's African gospel music that has actually setting the pace when it comes to gospel music around the world. Yeah,
that must be some really good feeling about it.
Yes.
That your music is appreciated elsewhere in that sense. And then coming back to Ghana. So then how do you draw the lines where you've got to do the Ghanaian bits that all of us here in Ghana will love, and then also do one that the people out there, the diaspora will also be able to connect with?
You don't have to do much because they're actually buying into African rhythms and African melodies. I think it's all the way to when Israel Houghton, it goes all the way to when Israel Houghton started doing "You are Alpha and Omega."
Yeah.
So we started appreciating African melodic lines. So we've seen Waymaker go global. We've seen the likes of Nathaniel Bassey songs go global. We've seen Joe Metals, Kadosh, MOG's All Be Lifted go global and all of that. So the West is now more like looking to Africa for new sounds and new waves in gospel music, though. I mean, everywhere I went in the UK especially, they were chanting. These chants that we are doing here.
Yeah, true.
That's what's in vogue in the UK and in Europe especially. They are chanting all the way, and that comes from here.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
And quite interesting to hear as well. You are doing gospel music. I don't know where and who you are trying to reach with your kind of music.
Everybody that loves music and has to be reached with the gospel is our target. But of course, when you are producing music, you look at a certain constituents. For example, when I'm producing Afrobeat, I'm looking at the young people.
Okay.
When I'm producing the Pentecostal kind of sounds, I'm looking at young and old as well. Of course, when I'm chanting, when you have to do anything chanty, you are reaching out to the younger folk. Yeah. So if you study the music consumption trends, you realize that there's a certain demographics that go with certain kinds and types of music. Yeah. So when you are producing, you bear in mind those dynamics, and you make that guide, your thinking process and your production processes.
Okay, I've seen on your page, you said you are passionate about leading people into encounters with Christ. So for a gospel musician, your main focus is leading people to Christ. But what happens when the gospel musician is more focused on themselves than Christ?
It's misplaced. It's misplaced in the sense that, you have the essence of what you do as a gospel musician is to reveal Christ. John the Baptist said, the reason I've come baptizing is that Christ may be revealed. All the essence of the hooks, the choruses, the verms and all of that is that Christ is revealed through what we do. So if we miss that point, we have missed everything.
So for those who seems to be missing that point, what can be done?
Go back to the basics. Yeah, go back to the basics, like the Laodicean church
Right.
will have lost their fire. So go back to your first love. You may have, sidetracked. You may have done, gone off course.
Yeah.
It's always great to take to take a step back and examine yourself and see whether you are still on course. If you are not, you just make sure
Just
that
go
you
back
come
to
back. Yeah, come back to track.
Great.
Quite interesting.
And for you in particular, your videos from Blessed to Bountiful,
Yeah.
and now I am loving the Awakening and
Project,
the
yeah.
live videos you're putting out
Yes.
there. The colors are great, black and white.
Thank you.
Everything.
you.
Shouts to Adun Kwesi. I see him there, and I like Joe.
Yeah.
I saw you, Minister Joe, at Kofi Osu's program at Zoe Temple.
Zoe Temple, yeah.
And I was like, what? Then since then, I've been playing Joe. The
Yeah.
Awakening itself, the project itself. What was the focus for it? Because there are I forgot Nyame, something Nyame.
Okrosa Nyame.
Okrosa Nyame
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
Joe on there.
Yeah, there is a Ejano to me on
Yes,
there.
Ejano to me. Yes,
Of course, the Awakening song itself.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
what was the message?
So that project, basically, we were trying to echo what God was telling us through the past maybe 2 years about the coming revival and how that we must position ourselves for what's coming. And so we started writing songs around revival and all of that. And that's the reason for songs like Awake, Ejano to Me, and most of the songs on the album. The catch for that project is that there's actually 2 parts to it.
Okay.
There's the Alpha edition, which has been put out already, and I think somewhere in January, doing great on the online stores, and videos of it, all of them on YouTube. There is the beta edition also coming.
Oh, Alpha. Okay, fine.
There's a beta edition coming. I don't know when 1 RPM my distributors would want to release that, but I'm sure by June would have had the beta edition as well.
Yeah. And then you cried away. Ja. Where did you get those words from?
Right.
I listened to them. I was like, bro, perambulate. And he, where did that come from, though?
I'm a writer.
Okay.
A writer, and it comes with the trade. I love to listen to the language of the people that I'm writing for.
Okay.
So if you are an Afrobeat lover, you know that there's some new kind of words that are in vogue, and I try to go along those lines, not neglecting the central thing that I'm trying to communicate. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Because I know that it should be about Jesus. So indeed,
Of
if you
course.
are considering all other people, why not Jesus? But you mentioned that you are a writer as well. How is the inspiration like? As you mentioned, really, you look at other things and then you put in your writing.
Right.
What else do you look at?
Right. So basically, I move with revelation.
Okay.
So I'm not saying what you call it, visions.
Yeah.
I'm saying that whenever I get a rhema out of a word, that can inspire a song.
Right.
And sometimes my personal experiences with God also inspires the songs that I write. I draw from David when he says that the Lord shall surround you with songs of deliverance. It actually means that you may be in the face of certain adversities to need deliverance. So
Right.
when the Lord delivers you, it means that it's taking you through certain difficult situations. And that should birth a song.
Okay.
So for me, whatever experience I go through is another opportunity to write a song.
Wow.
Whether spiritual experience, whether physical experience, it's an opportunity to write a song. So I don't waste any experience.
So those are also like testimonies. And when you share those ones through your songs, is the impact really felt like you wish it would be?
Superb. I have a folder on my phone called testimonies.
Okay.
And basically, when people share testimonies with me, whether on social media or whatever, I try to, put them down so that I can refer to them and see what God is doing through my music. We've seen a lot. We've seen a dead baby come to life.
Oh, wow.
By the power of God through our music. A boy who was born stillbirth.
Wow.
And the mother's testimony was that somebody introduced my music to them when they were trying to conceive and said AKESSE had a similar situation and God came through for him. Listen to his music. Through to God's word, they actually conceived, but along the line they had some medical issues. They call something brochure happened to her, and they had to operate on her.
Wow.
The doctor says, "Let me save you. Forget about this child. You can conceive another one." They went to the theater and did the surgery, took the baby out lifeless. And the husband said, "This baby used to kick to AKESSE Brempong's music. So the baby must kick again to the music."
God.
Brought out the phone and started playing one of my songs, Spontaneous Worship. And a minute into the song, the baby came back to life.
Hey, this is powerful.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think that some people
Yeah.
do not know that the spontaneous worship,
Right.
the bongo,
Medleys.
I think some people don't know that it's like AKESSE, but that bit of you, the ones all the outdoor programs and those songs from there, crazy, and
Powerful
we
testimonies.
and we love that, and so that is why there's a new program coming up. If you miss out on this one, you are missing the Davidic experience. Yes, and so that is why we're going to delve into that.
Yeah.
The Lion.
Yes, sir.
Davidic.
So Davidic, we've had outdoor events over the years. The Agape Carnivals, the recordings you refer to were all done outdoor. The team felt that we have to have another event where we can give our audiences more like the full gamut of AKESSE Brempong. There's the reggae strand, there's the Afrobeat strand, and there's also the worshipful, churchy strand. So we want to have an experience like that, and we put together this event called Davidic. We're actually going to praise, dance, shout like the way David did.
Nice.
Right. So that's why we call it Davidic. It's taking place on Sunday, coming Sunday, the 21st of April, 5 p.m. exactly. The doors will open. Holy Hill Assemblies of God, Kwame Nkrumah Circle, right behind the GCB Towers. I'll be ministering. MOG will be on stage as well, and Ohima Mercy, and the sensational Obapa Christie. When's the last time you witnessed it?
What? Actually, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But I would never forget administration from here on campus. Oh, you should forget it. Oh, you should forget it. And so Davidic is happening on the 21st. That's this week Sunday.
This Sunday, yes.
This Sunday,
Sunday.
This Sunday at Holy Hill.
Yes, Assemblies of God.
And so please make sure that you are there. It is. Are we paying?
Yeah, the single ticket is 50 CDs. The double is 80 CDs, and the VIP is 100 CDs. You can buy the tickets on my website, www.akessebrempong.com, or you can also use the short code on any network at all, *725* 1900 hash.
Okay.
*725* 1900 hash. The tickets are fast selling, so if you want to come around, please grab your ticket early so that you don't miss out at the gate.
Yeah, because 50 cities there,
that
50
form
cities
cry.
at that form. I sorry for Mungo Tona Monko and carry all the others. Mama. We've got some minutes. Let's get into other conversations.
Right.
So I see you at most of the events, and I see how the young ministers look up to personalities like yourself to get into this space. You yourself in your space, you have amazing singers who are even doing things on their own.
Right.
Johnny Hike, Adon Kwesi,
yes.
and some other persons. What do you try to give out to them as a father, as a mentor figure to them that, you know what, we're coming to this space that we've been around for a minute. This is how you're supposed to do things.
Yeah. That's the benefit of them working with me closely, like mentoring them over the years. Adom Kwesi, for instance, has been with me close to a decade, right? He knows the in and out of how we deal, the rigor of rehearsal, the spiritual rigor, fasting, prayer meetings, and all of that. Has a way of positioning them in a space where they are supposed to do much better than we did. As a mentor, when they are recording, we are there. Johnny actually had a great recording a month ago, and we are waiting for him to churn out those songs. So like Jesus did the disciples, they had the privilege of sitting with him, eating with him, and discussing weightier matters with him. So Johnny, the likes of Johnny, Adom Kwesi, AJ Dems, who are also artists in their own right, and in my team have that privilege. They come to me anytime, 24/7. I'm open to them, pouring into them spiritually and whatever help we can also. We have the opportunity to open doors for them, places we've been, media, friends like your good self, and all of that. So that's some of the benefits of being in the space like ours. If you consider Joe, for instance, and my friend MOG, they operate the same model.
Yeah.
Joe actually has taken it a notch higher by doing a record label, Reverb.
Reverb, yeah.
That is actually signed one Luigi and then William on that. We are trusting God for the finances to be able to do more along those lines. MOG recently, his boy Japheth, part of the recordings and all of that. Yeah. So
nice
when I record, I have the opportunity. I give the opportunity for my guys to also record their own songs. Johnny has recorded one song with my team. Adom Kwesi also recorded with the team. So those are some of the benefits that they get by working with us closely. Yeah.
Great. But I mean, without record labels, you're talking about finances and
Yeah.
all. How are you able to, work around that? Because this is you, doing music, trying to reach to the world, imparting souls. And then you have to help some young folks that are also coming
Yeah.
up. How are you able to do that?
We're trying our best. I mean, if you look at systems-wise in our space, we all know how that we are far behind
Right.
when it comes to systems. I think we've had that discussion where I said churches must enter into record labels in order to spare gospel music from the African soil, especially from Ghana, because it's very entrepreneurial, the things we do. What you get, you pour back into the music. That's what we've done over the years that we've been in this. None of my contemporaries have an executive producer. None of us, no. We are our own executive producers. The monies we get, the same monies that churches give us as we gig, and the monies that we get from people buying our records, streaming our songs online, are the ones that we plow back and put into production for and also help these young ones that we are coming. So this is a challenge when it comes to investment in our space, but we are trusting God to make ways.
Yesterday I was having a conversation with Precious. That was after Prophet Atara's program. You're on the bill. We were from them. We're talking about. Someone asked, why I don't know gospel artists in the new artists of the year and unsung categories of the other TGMAs. And we have a conversation that for the young artists, they may release their songs, but try to even get the plugs and pushing them. Gospel space na a challenge walker cry. Those in the mainstream even struggle because there's no executive producer. They're doing things by themselves.
Yeah, you're pulling everything by your own self, So it's quite challenging.
and you do outdoor programs and you are doing
Yes.
shooting nice videos like that.
Like that, yes.
How challenging can that be? You know,
Oh, it is, but God will
Right.
come through.
It's
but
challenging.
We
I
are
tell you.
worried sometimes when we leave everything to God, because indeed we understand that God is there for all of us. But what measures are we taking to ensure that these finances keep coming? We make a lot more that will not only be to impact others, but for ourselves as well.
We keep making calls, and for us, so I keep telling my friends, that we have to break certain barriers.
Yeah.
We at the forefront now have to break certain limitations so that the ones after us will not go through the kind of things. Because you see, the likes of Neokai, Danny Nete, them broke certain barriers for us. And it's also behooves on us to break certain barriers for the young ones. And I believe that one of the barriers we need to break is that of, investments within the gospel space.
Yeah.
We need to be able to attract, if not from here, there are corporations that are interested in us. We spoke about how, Wings came on, worked with me. We should have such people, more of such companies coming in here. And we should be able to open up the doors for more Ghanaian gospel artists to enter into some of these opportunities.
True. And we are wrapping up the understanding of the business. You mentioned 1 Hour PM as your distributor now. I remember we had a conversation where I had to engage young artists with 1 Hour PM and find a way to get them there. A lot of them do not understand the music business.
Yeah.
That's the thing in the first place.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that we say we because we are all stakeholders in this space, we need to find a way to make sure that they are ready to see this thing as a business. Of course, it's for but at the end of the day, you understand that bit also needs to be there.
Yeah.
So gradually, as you've said, others broke the barrier. Yourself, and you're also holding the fort down for us. Very soon we'll also get there and see what we can do to help them.
Yeah, we can't wait to have a full-fledged gospel record label here in Ghana, helping some of our young folks out. Yeah.
So that's the video on your screen. You've got emoji music there. Ohima Mercy is coming, and Obapa Christie is just on the front, of course. The bigger face, as you see there, is the host of the program, AKESSE BREMPONG, that we're having a conversation with this afternoon. It is this Sunday, Holy Hill Chapel, Assemblies of God, just behind the GCB Towers, Kwame Nkrumah Circle. 50 cities for single, 80 for double, VIP 100, for full, to football. Buy and come and be blessed. You'll be blessed by God. So please buy it and support the move by AKESSE BREMPONG. AKESSE, we've got to wrap up. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, bro.
This afternoon.
Thank you.
Yes.